What's up on the pod this Thursday morning? Second cup of sunrise. Interesting situation here. And this is a podcast, so it really doesn't matter to anybody who's listening.
Sure.
Maybe just watching. But everyone can see us. James and Aran, who's with us also this morning,
Thanks for joining us.
Hello, thank you for having me.
cannot see us. We're flying blind in here.
Yeah, nothing
two are.
monitors, but that's okay. You know, usually there's like a preview screen that
Yeah.
we can see things
Yeah.
going up, but for what it's worth, as you say, it's a podcast. We'll be all right.
Yes.
Maybe
It's
the
a-
show will be better.
It's actually kind of nice.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about like
Yeah.
Stare at yourself.
appearances.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
can see everything though. And I know we're going out on air and I
Yeah.
can see everything going on. So we'll have the videos going on. Aran's with us because at the end of our sunrise show, because she's been in studio with us, she said, I can come on the pod.
Yeah, join us.
And I was like, good. You
Means
got
you got a
some-
story to
something to
tell.
talk about? Story to tell? Yeah.
Why not? When I can do it, I love being here.
We'll do it. We'll do it. That was awesome. So the reason you're here is we're all married, have significant others.
Yes.
It's also shopping season. So I just want to know this conversation about whether it's this time of year or in general, who does most of the shopping? How does that go? You're always a tandem, right? Both of
Right.
you, your
So,
husband?
My husband thinks that the grocery store is date time.
Ooh.
He's like, this is quality time. We're going grocery. Now, he is one of those people that goes through every single aisle, looks up, looks down, checks. I'm like, we have a list. Let's grab the stuff. Let's go. So I don't see it as quality time.
Yeah.
He does.
He likes to look at the options, and it's so funny because you see that person in the store, and you're like, do you even know what you're getting?
No, it's his fun time.
Yeah.
I'm that person.
No.
You look at everything?
I'll have a list, but every aisle.
Why?
Just
Something
because
might catch you?
It's probably just somewhere in my subconscious. I do the exact same path every time at the grocery store.
Yeah.
No matter if I need 2 things or if I need, like yesterday, 50 things, and they're all laid out. Steph sent me a list. I know what I'm getting, the usuals. I do the exact same path. I bet you it's step by step.
See,
every
but
time
she
at the
doesn't have
store.
to be there to suffer through you looking at everything.
That's true.
The grocery shopping for both of us, if she ever goes or it's always solo, unless we go to Costco.
I
And
feel
it's
like
the whole
that's
family outing.
Maybe it's because you have kids and it's like somebody has to be with them as opposed to making it a family outing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's right there in the green cart at Wegmans, or if we're over at Tops or Walmart, whatever. Do you ever tell him, no, we don't need that. We're moving off aisle 14A. We're going on.
Well, I have an internal clock, and once that timer goes off, we gotta leave. We have
You got-
5 minutes to
You
get
gotta check
out of
out
the
to go.
grocery store.
Been here too long.
We've been here for too long. We didn't get everything on the list yet, and I want to go home.
Yeah, I get that. No, we always have a list and we stick to that list pretty religiously. Outside of like, we'll put fruit, you know, and then so it's just like you get a bunch of different kinds of fruit, whatever looks good there, whatever might be on sale, something like that. But no, I have been doing some solo trips, but I love going shopping with the kids. I actually enjoy it because I make them do the work. So
like,
I will,
how?
like, well, Mason's now, he's walking around, so he'll pick out the strawberries. He'll pick out, I'll be like, go find the celery. And he's like, I don't know what celery is. And I'm like, good luck. And then to see what he
Yeah.
comes back with.
Give you a hint. It's green.
Yeah, right.
Probably over there. And it's just like a wall, like the spinach and the lettuce and everything. Yeah. Look at that. That was fun. Is it the same with clothes shopping or anything else like department store stuff?
I prefer not. Shopping is not my jam. Like, I'll online look for things, fine, and even then, I will like keep things in the cart for like a month before I commit to buying anything. I'm not a shopper.
Yeah, for me, it's Lauren does everything. So she does all the shopping for everything except food. I'll do the food. She does everything else.
The holiday shopping coming up. I brought up a conversation. I was like, let me help you stuff with doing this. She's like, oh, honey, most gifts are already done.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, a ton of boxes are going to be showing up. Just get them to the basement. Oh, wait, just put them
Yeah.
away. And I'm like, so all this stuff is showing up. I don't know if it's stuff we need right now or whatever. So I'm taking everything that shows up, not opening it because I hardly order anything, and it's going straight down into our secret pile. Yeah, having
It's
that.
covered in blankets.
And and then she's like, oh, hey, we needed these batteries, or I needed something for, to do my hair. I ordered something. I was like, oh, it's probably somewhere down there in the 50 boxes
Oh,
and
no.
bags that we have, unnamed.
Oh
but no.
gosh, then figuring out how to get those boxes out of your house. They have to be collected by recycling, but it's all filled up. It's
Smash them up. With those, what I do with the boxes is put them outside, and I'll wait for the next snow or rain. and then I just go stomp on them.
You see, but that's the type of person I am. I will order basic essentials from Amazon and then have a bunch of boxes in my house. And in my house, they go to the garage.
I've never heard of that technique. You put it in the snow.
I'll put it in the snow or
rain.
just right outside.
And then you stomp on it.
Yes, instead of having
Listen.
to cut the tape, fold it up nicely, how it should be, probably makes the most room. No, I put it outside next to the garbage bins, and I check your forecast.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know there's going to be a little bit of rain or snow.
Wow.
If I know it's coming the next day, and then I'll go outside and just stomp all over them, make them small, compact,
And
put
you
them
make
away.
them fit.
Yep.
Everything fits.
Just jam it right in.
Wow. Okay. Now I just have a box cutter and I just do it in the normal way.
Slowly do it. Yeah. And you're just a hoarder. You just keep the boxes.
And I'm just a hoarder, yes, because
Or you make your husband do it?
of course. Well, he's gonna eventually do it. Yes,
He'll get
I'm
around to
I'm definitely not dealing.
I
with
am
that.
the progressive new homeowner. Breaking down boxes is an activity for me.
like
Like,
like the commercial.
yeah, like the commercial
love those
where they're like
commercials.
breaking down boxes
It's
is
something you have to do, not
yeah,
get
you
to
want
do
to
it.
do. Yeah, That's
We,
me.
the girls will occasionally, if we get a big enough box, it becomes infinite playhouse. They'll do anything. They'll turn to a rocket ship car. I'm sure you do this
Yes.
too. But eventually it starts getting some tears in it. I'm like, this box has had it. And I will just make it disappear. And I will put it in the garage and wait.
Brutal.
The other day we came home after school pickup and bringing the girls inside, and I just hear this kind of whimper from Brooklyn. I'm like, what? And I turn, and she's pointing just to the other side of the garage. And I was like, what, honey? She was like, our box.
Yeah.
And I turned and looked, and it was like folded up next in the recycling pile. And I was like, oh, I just had to move it to make some space. And they're like, no. Get it, bring it back inside. So here I am dragging that back in. I'm like,
man.
See,
there'll
they
be another
know.
one that'll show up.
You need
They
a
always
new
know.
technique.
They always know. Another
keeping an
thing
eye
with shopping I'll do is we have a shared Prime account with
Mm-hmm.
the whole Robusto family. And I'll go in and whenever I order stuff and I'll see like 13 things in the cart, empty it out. Save for later.
You
Or just
clean it.
remove it. Just move it
You
because
just
I can do my
remove the
order.
check
Yes.
mark.
Well, if maybe I'm just missing that because whenever I go in, if I'm ordering just one thing, I just do buy now and just have it. Just come.
Right.
I'm not going to put it in waste boxes and harm the environment. Shame on me for doing that. But if I'm doing multiple things, I'm just not smart enough and old dad. And I go back through and I'm like, let me remove everything else that people have saved. Probably Christmas gifts, probably anything else important. And I just
You're
like
terrible.
remove. And then when it's just my two items, order.
I think
Got
if
it.
I did that, I think my mom would kick me out of the family
I was
account.
going to say, you aren't they going to be like, hey, I thought I saved something, but it's not there anymore.
They haven't confronted me yet.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll
so
have
your
to-
technique works, I guess.
Maybe I'll have a come to Jesus meeting for the holiday weekend.
or
coming
you're
up.
doing
Yes.
them a favor because you're just clearing out something
That's
that
what I
they
mean.
were
I'm like,
mulling
you don't,
around
You
on.
don't
Yes.
need this.
Glass
you don't
half
need this.
full.
You don't
Sure.
need this. Sure. You two are on Spotify, correct? Use it?
Yes.
The awards are out, by the way, for the yearly most streamed artist, not Taylor Swift.
Beaten out.
I
How
was really
about that?
surprised about that. I mean, I wasn't surprised about
Even with her new
who it
album.
was, but still.
Even with the new album. So it's Bad Bunny, the Puerto Rican superstar who will be headlining the halftime show for the Super Bowl. He got it for the fourth time, most played artist for 2025. Users, by the way, can now look at their top artists, their songs, genres, albums, podcasts, and whoever was biggest for the year on your platform. So that is Wrapped. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
can
the
see,
WRAPPED.
and that's kind of your summary.
Yes.
Did you do yours?
2025 Wrapped. I did.
Ooh, let me,
It's not interesting though.
let me pull it up.
And I don't want to talk about mine. I just think because I don't really care about other people's.
Sure.
Oh,
It's like dreams, okay? When people start talking about their dreams, unless it's like incredibly interesting or I am myself involved in the dream, I don't want to hear about it. I just don't care. It's not
if
like
you say so, my
you're wrapped again. I don't really care about it unless it's incredibly noteworthy. Like Andy, our producer, she not only listens so much Bad Bunny, but she was in the top 1 percentile, like 99th percentile, whatever, top
listeners?
1% of listeners. Like that's new and noteworthy. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Mine is just some random artist. Like I don't want to tell you about mine because I don't care about mine. And no offense, guys, I don't really care about yours either.
how
Well, buddy.
what I did care about, and last year I don't think it did this, but it told you your like age based on your
Yes.
musical taste. Did it get yours right?
No, I was like old because I listened to some old music.
57.
Yeah, 70s, something like that. 'Cause
No,
I
it
listened to
got
music
me
from the
right,
60s.
and I was like offended.
That's interesting that it got you exactly right. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, it
Like the
saw
demo.
It saw the Britney Spears, and it was like, oh, I know
Ah,
exactly
there it
how old
is.
you
You're still
are.
jamming out to Britney Spears.
Absolutely.
Oh, Britney
you
Spears
go.
was my first big concert. She's from Louisiana, so we went to the Superdome, and this when I was probably 4th or 5th grade. BB Mac opened for them, if you remember that little band, British band, and then Britney Spears when the height of everything, 80,000 people inside there. So that was my first big concert.
I saw her in Tel Aviv. It was cool.
Was this
she
like,
great?
back when? Like,
No,
The
this
heyday?
this was like would have been 7-8 years ago.
oh,
She
residency tour.
She was good.
Yeah.
She was good.
Man, how about that conservatorship conversation? That's wild.
We don't have enough time. We got 20 more minutes.
was
That's a lot to go through
Holy
that. Something else that came out with top lists. So the most Googled searches, the trends for 2025, and they included everything from the very serious to the funny and silly. Number one on the search for 2025 for everyone they pulled and looked at was Charlie Kirk, going back to his assassination in September. That day had millions entering his name. Entertainment also drove interest. Number 2 trend was K-pop, Demon Hunters, and then you saw Labubu as well, the toy craze that sold millions online. Zoran Mamdani, who's going to be taking over as the next mayor of New York City, and then also 6'7"
6'7".
parents looking up what it all means.
What it means.
Yes.
Yeah. And the
Oh,
the,
the
the,
6'7".
laugh that you get when you ask what it means is that's just another cherry on top of the cake.
Just a huge level. You speak about like finding out our age, like that tells you immediately whenever you're around young people and they bring that up. You brought up a point on Sunrise that like every single one of these things like came out of nowhere and then just, and it was everyone just looking up
Which makes
what
sense.
it was.
Google is now Gemini.
I keep seeing that at the top of the screen.
Yeah,
with the
so
little
Gemini
Geminis.
is Google's AI.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's an AI mode. If you have a Gmail account, you have access to Gemini. It's basically free. It's their AI against OpenAI, which is ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So they're competing against it. And so I follow a lot of this AI news because I think it's interesting how they're fighting against each other. So ChatGPT has been on top forever. But now that Google is coming out with this Gemini, there's a lot of nervousness on ChatGPT on if Gemini is going to take over. So a lot of people, I know you're like, I don't use AI. Well, if you search on Google, you're using AI.
Well, sidebar here, but marketing professionals are really freaking out about like the AI function in Google.
Yeah.
They're like, how do we get there? How do we become one of those sources?
sure.
So
Yeah.
that's a big conversation now.
the
with-
top thing.
Yeah.
And it was the same thing. And I'm after this, I've got the monthly checkup interviewing a local doctor. And one thing we're talking about is just people using AI searching for the new smarter, in quotes, WebMD of like, hey, I'm sick with something. What about this? What about this shot? What about this cream or this medicine, whatever it may be?
Yeah.
And it's as much as people are using it, as smart as AI can be sometimes, they're like still old school, like of hearing from a professional, someone,
Well,
some PR
The
person.
conversation
Yeah.
with the doctor is obviously, so
Yeah.
much more
right.
important.
But then you learn that those things, like the AI that you get in Google, you learn that a bunch of those answers are like from Reddit.
Oh, sure.
So you're
right.
getting responses just from general forums. On
You ever click through
things
like
people are
the little
discussing.
hyperlink of where it's sourced, and then it takes you
Yeah.
to some rando
Some
website.
guy,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
Have that.
That's
Oh,
interesting. And also, what I think is interesting is the prompts that you get after you ask a question. Like, hey, I'm seeing, like, especially like with medical issues, like, hey, my stomach hurts. What could this possibly be? Blah, 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 blah. Tell me what your exact symptoms are and when they happened, and I'll help narrow down what it could possibly be. You know what I mean? And it like is asking more about you because it wants to help you more, but it's just the computer like keeping you on the AI. It's like kind
It's
of
also
creepy.
learning.
It is learning.
and then it
for
pops
sure.
up on every other site after that. Before you get out of here, you're going to be off the desk tomorrow morning
Yep.
in the bitter cold at MLK Park for Rock Holiday Village for another year.
Our photographer just came up to me and he was like, "Do you know what the temperature is going to be tomorrow?"
As Eric, know him.
The wind chill.
Can see him. I know, but like, listen, they've got the igloos out there. You can sit and stay warm.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you've been at the desk for like so long for weeks now, and hasn't had to stand out in it. I know.
We got to get him out there.
Yeah,
We gotta get him in the snow.
We will. Right. We will talk more about that weather, how cold tomorrow morning, and some other topics on the podcast as Ron checks out. Thanks again for joining us for a bit. Back here on the pod, second cup of sunrise. Just James and myself, Brennan, right now. After Ron stepped out, had a lot of fun. When she stepped out, we said, let's talk some football.
Yeah.
It is crunch time.
We know she's not a big football fan, so.
I know. She's getting in there with
she's working on
anchoring more with us and Bills
learning
Mafia.
more about the terms.
Because it is, no matter if you're fully into sports or not, but when the Bills are good, it's great for our business.
Yeah.
When the Bills have some hiccups, it's great for business as well. Because
Right.
everyone talking about it in this season. We'll get to the Bills in a moment. It is Thursday, so this is when the league schedule for the weekend kicks off. Big game, the Cowboys and the Lions
Yes.
tonight. A lot of people saying must win for both of them to watch. And going back to a week ago, Thanksgiving, it was the most watched day for football for the regular season in history.
Wild.
Blew it out of the water. So it's
Incredible.
Packers and Lions first. Huge numbers. The big one that everyone wanted to know is Chiefs Cowboys, which we had on News 8,
Yes.
which was nice.
Yeah, it was a
If
really
it could
great
top
game.
50 million, that's what they were hoping for.
Yeah.
57 million on average. When that game was ending, it was close, so 31-28 towards the
It was
end.
a very good game.
More than 61 million people were watching.
That's
around
incredible.
8 p.m.
So are these like RemTrack numbers or like they
I think
exactly
it's
how they track
anything
it?
and everything. Some formula for out of household for like bars
Okay.
and stuff, but it was just incredible.
that number is just massive, right? It just blows so many things out of the water.
For people who want to know, like when you're typically watching a game, say we may have the Bills or someone on Sunday afternoon on CBS, those afternoon windows is like 20 to 30 or something. So it's just double. Like it's just live sports. As much as streaming as anything, live sports, people still want to watch, in particular, football.
Yeah, and
Just
everybody's
wild.
off, right? Everyone's
off.
Nobody's working. You
that
always have
day.
it just running in the background. I mean, it makes sense,
Yeah, and you'll just have to wonder, will they add another Black Friday game
and
besides the one that they have?
Well, look, college football or is it basketball on Black Friday? A lot of basketball.
There was a lot of that, a lot of college football. They do have the Bears Eagles game, which started at 3. There's some weird rule, and this is why they don't have so many Friday night games for the NFL. They've had one a couple of times now the past 2 seasons to kick off the year because it's so early. It's basically they don't want to infringe on high school football. And this goes back decades, whatever the rule was. So every couple of years you can squeeze one in. But I think it's on that Friday, the bulk of an NFL game has to end before like 7 o'clock. So that's why they put one at 3.
Sure.
But we'll see.
Because you want to respect the high school on Friday, college Saturday, NFL
Yeah.
Sunday. You gotta try to respect that.
I know.
Those separations.
Some big games though this weekend. So Buffalo hosts Cincinnati.
Yes.
That'll be good. Some other ones that'll be going on. Pittsburgh, who Buffalo just beat, and Baltimore. Denver, tough one at the Raiders.
Favored by 6, I think. And
Should be good.
Look, there's a lot of teams. They just squeaked by the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
They just squeaked by the Commanders last week in that crazy game with the blocked pass at the very end of the game. It's interesting looking at the standings. No team has guaranteed playoffs yet, but there are some E's next to some teams.
My Saints,
Your
the
Saints.
Giants.
The Cardinals are also eliminated. The Giants, yep. Let's see. With AFC, you've got the Raiders and the Titans in the AFC.
bad. And then another big one, Chicago at Green Bay. I was reading something that if Chicago, because they're currently number 1 seed in the NFC, if they lose, they could drop all the way to the wild card. Maybe the last seed for that.
Very close.
A lot to shake out. And the Bills, they have that 1 game advantage now of staying in the wild card. And again, Joe Burrow and the Bengals coming to town. It is very cold, wintertime football.
Yes.
And wondered if it was a cliche if with things get cold, the Bills get hot.
Right.
And there is some proof to that, as Thad Brown can tell you.
The Bills opened the season 4-0, but over the last 5 weeks, they've gone win-loss, win-loss, and find themselves now in the final playoff spot, just one game in front of the Texans. So this would be a perfect time to go on a winning streak. Good news is the Bills in their last 3 seasons are 12-1 in December. They talked today about how they do get hot, even if Sean McDermott is, to a degree, sounding an alarm bell.
I don't think we can afford to be inconsistent. Not now. Not that you can ever be, don't get me wrong, but you know, our backs are against the wall. That's the way it is, and that's our mindset.
Fighting for a playoff spot, I don't think we really talk about that in our building very much. I don't feel like we're in that position. We're just going to go out there and play our game, and if that is the case and people feel like that, well, that's just all that much more reason to take care of your job.
I think to not worry about that, to continue to stick with the process of what we know works for us. Have a good week of practice, and then, again, go out there on Sunday and just go execute as best as you can, put forth your best effort.
Not having no panic, trusting the guys in the room, trusting the guys on the defense, and just going out there,
Take that
executing
Brown
our job.
and say that. Give me
Really just
5
win
of the
11. That's all we
most
can do every
generic
week. And,
football
just
shots.
staying positive,
you
not
can-
allowing one loss to define us.
Just continue to
It's
stay in the
not allowing one
process, and
loss to
once
define
the
us.
game
Take us day
comes,
by day. Have a good
trust
week
it
of
that
practice.
That's how
you
they
put
all
everything
talk.
in throughout the week
It's
to prepare
funny.
yourself to go out there and just be able to play. That's why we're all here. We all have the ability to play the game at a high level, and so it's just going out there and being ourselves and playing the game.
Josh
Be
Allen,
yourselves.
for one, is pretty
Go
excited
be
for
the
the stretch
111.
drive
It's
of the
so
season, the part of the year where the stakes are high and you have to perform. He called it the best time to play football, adding,
I love
quote,
sports.
"We want that pressure. We want to go out and have to perform for each other." Inside the Buffalo Huddle in Orchard Park, I'm Thad Brown.
Like, you could watch a package from 20 years ago, and it would have been the exact same thing. It's
They
so funny.
all say the same thing.
Yeah, they do, and it's cliche, and like I'm fine with it. That doesn't bother me because that's how sports are. It's all the exact same thing. You have to have the exact same mindset.
I do love
This is so funny.
the first one after Sean McDermott was the right tackle Spencer Brown. He was like,
Yeah,
playoffs, we're not thinking about that, talking about that right now.
right.
Your team is tweeting out other teams to root for.
Yes.
The sorry teams in the NFL to beat the other good teams on upset special. They did that last weekend. Yes.
They really need to just put blinders on and just win games.
Yes.
And that's the thing about like the Broncos. Like a lot of people are like confused that they've out of all of their wins, the point differential is like 10 points. It's like insane how many these close games that they're winning, but they're still winning the games.
That's
That's all that matters.
The Chiefs did that last year. Where they
Yes.
had like 10 one-score games, but they won just about all of them.
Right.
And it's the exact opposite this year, just how it shakes out. And for Buffalo, so Bengals, and then they at New England.
Yes, huge game. A lot of people are picking the Bills just because of kind of like a down dog is a good fighter kind of
Yeah.
thing.
But,
You know?
but they're not talking about playoffs. They're not talking about that.
No.
It's just the next game.
Well, they shouldn't.
Next
They
game.
really can't talk about the playoffs. They just need to win games.
Yeah, I know.
So
What we are talking about, listen, if it's going to be this cold, then
Yeah.
they better come out and just blow the doors off Cincinnati. Coming up this weekend, that's
I
what it
know.
is.
It could be. I wonder what the over/under for that game is because I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game.
Yeah.
Let's see if I have it here. 53.5. That's
Oh,
a pretty
man.
high-scoring game.
We'll have
right
that.
there.
I'm pulling up our
So,
weather graphics,
yes.
so it'll be 8 tomorrow morning.
For Iran. Yes, she'll be out in 8-degree weather, and I mean, kids at the bus stop. I mean, buses are not going. The schools are not going to close with this.
No.
So 0-degree wind chills, very, very cold. It's obviously the coldest of the season so far. And then we do warm up. And I think tomorrow, even today, this afternoon, maybe some sunshine, a little bit of lake effect here and there. But I don't think it's going to be too bad. Tomorrow, I think outside of the bitter cold air, it'll look nice with the sun. And then 2 rounds of snow, Saturday afternoon, Sunday night. And then we're cold for a lot of next week. So this is setting up for definitely one of the coldest Decembers we've had in years.
Get ready for that. And by the way, as we say goodbye, Bristol Mountain, email
Yeah.
came through this morning to
Yeah.
our newsroom.
We're like, oh, there's going to be an update.
It's like the only one that hasn't announced the opening date, opened it up. We're working on it. It will be coming soon. They usually drop it. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow morning they're like, let's go.
It's
Or
like when your
Saturday.
kid asks you when dinner's ready.
Yeah. Working on it.
Soon.
On it. We'll see you on noon on News 8 on your TV and then back here tomorrow morning. Bye, everybody.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.